How's going? I'm Ranger Nick. I'm stepping outside with Paul Burt today, and we're going to have a good Aussie traditional meal here. This is a Vegemite and Cheese Scroll recipe you'll find in one of my books, You Should Be Walking With Me, when I'm walking by myself. So have a quick check of this one out. We're going to first start with a simple damper mix. So I'm only going to use a cup of flour just to show you today. A little bit of salt just to add to some flavour. And the only other thing we're going to need is water. So remember, add little bits of water to your damper mix at a time and cut through the flour, don't over mix it. So the fine line between too much and not enough water. But once you can get all that flour to stick together, your water's pretty right. So once we got to this stage, we're just going to dust the board. Now, if you haven't got a rolling pin, you can always use an empty beer bottle or an empty wine bottle or something you likes. So we'll take that flour. See, it's much like Play-Doh. It's very, very easy to handle. And we're just going to make that into a... roll that out flat. Okay, so when it's nice and thin, probably around about 5 millimeters or 6 millimeters thick, somewhere around about that, we're ready to dress it up and get it happening. Crack out the Vegemite. Depending on how much you like Vegemite, just smear it over that dough. That's looking pretty good to me. And leave this strip along the edge, because what we're going to do is wet that down and use it to hold things together or stick things together. Now I've got some grated cheese here, so we're going to take a handful and just throw over the top of that Vegemite, and we're just going to roll that into a big sausage. Just wet that edge. So just put a bit of water along the edge, a bit of milk, whichever takes your fancy or whatever's closest, just along that leading edge. All I'm going to do is cut that into pieces and set it on a bit of foil ready to drop into the camp oven. Bung the lid on, and in around about 20 to 25 minutes we'll be eating Vegemite scrolls. Oh, look at that. Better than any bakery. Again, grab this by the ears. Look at that. Savoury scrolls or Vegemite and Cheese Scrolls. Simple as that. Absolutely beautiful. Thank your mother for the rabbit.